Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brandon Heath Smith right here, sitting next to Fire Ninja 7694, and today this is a top 10 shooter. Top 10 shooters. This is a re-upload. Actually, we uploaded previously, and for some reason it did not get the entire video. So we're just gonna re-upload. We're just gonna redo this video actually, and right now let's get started. At number 10 is Killzone 1 through Shadowfall for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Is Killzone. I mean, what, do they want a cookie or something? But
All right, for me, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, or not Modern Warfare 2, World at War 2, or was it just World at War?
World at War.
Yeah, it's just World at War. Really good game, but I mean, it's not the best shooter. Graphically, for what it was a good game. But yeah, it was overall not that good, but pretty good at the same time.
Move on to number 9. I had Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and for the Wii, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Reflex Edition. For the Wii, it was like the first Call of Duty to use actual motion controls, as well as for the PlayStation 3, it was the first Call of Duty that used the Move.
Which nobody used.
Nobody used it. Used it, but it was the first innovative Call of Duty other than Black Ops, in my opinion.
All right. My number 9 is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's a good game. Better than World at War. But not as good as some of the other ones on the list. The reason why it's number 9 is because of the boosting of the LMGs and the buffering of all the sniper rifles. Vonderhaar needs to stop doing that. It's kind of annoying how you nerf the sniper rifles and buff the DSR, the
LMGs.
Yeah, the LMGs. Like the LSAT is the main one that really has too much punch.
That gun already had too much power.
It already did, and then you can add extended mags and everything on it. Stupid.
FMJs and everything.
Yeah, it's like all this other bullshit.
That's another rat, isn't
it? Yeah, that's another video.
Right,
another video.
Let's go to number 8. I have Metroid Prime 3 for Wii. And that game, it did come out in 2007, with the Wii. The Wii doesn't have the ability to be in HD, but it looked pretty close at that time, because HD games were barely looking better than, standard definition games at that time. But it was really good, and it was also the Wii's first-person shooter, like the first first-person shooter that it had with the motion controls.
My number 8 is Call of Duty Ghosts. A little bit better, a little bit worse. The LMGs, still, all my problem with all the Call of Duties is LMGs. Like, they just sit in corners. Corner camp.
Dark camp.
Wait around the corners with their, like, Ghosts, it's the tracker sight. On Black Ops, it's target finder, aka pussy vision, for both games. Anything that helps you see a target is pussy vision. Just put it that way. Unless it's like an ACOG, or a reflex sight, or a red dot, or a zoom. EDTech's a little shaky. That's borderline.
Half and half.
Yeah, because it gives you an advantage, but it doesn't give you that big of an advantage. So that's basically why that's number 8 on my list. Not because of graphics or anything. If we did a graphics list, it'd be a little bit higher. Black Ops 2 would probably be the highest one on this list.
Let's move. Let's move on to number 7. I have Resident Evil 4. This was a multi-platform back in the 6th generation, meaning GameCube, original Xbox, PlayStation 2, and if you want to count it, Dreamcast. It's the best Resident Evil, in my opinion, to date. I don't see Resident Evil 6 being anywhere close to Resident Evil 4, just based on what they did, because Resident Evil 4, they actually tried on that game. It wasn't just some boring concept just redone again. It was actually something new at that time, and like I said, in my opinion, it's the best Resident Evil game to date.
Alright, my number 7 is Battlefield 1, the first one, because the physics on it are really good. Right, how if you throw like a C4 or a frag at the wall or something, it has realistic damage somewhere along that wall of where the blast zone is. That's what makes it better than most Call of Duties that are out right now, and why it's probably selling a little bit better than Call of Duty.
Let's move on to 6. I have Duke Nukem for the Nintendo 64. You know, I never really owned that game, like, just full on bought it, owned it, or whatnot. But I used to go to a friend's house and, spend a couple hours over there every day or whatnot, just playing that game. And that game was pretty much ahead of its time in terms of first-person shooters and stuff like that. Because I remember, if I'm correct, you could also change the camera to third-person shooter, and it was like the first shooting game to do that or something like that.
All right, my number 6 is Time Splitters 3. One of the best games, in my opinion, for the GameCube era was Time Splitters. You really have to go pick up this game. It was probably hands down the best game. Like, there was multiplayer. Me and he would play all the time. He would be the zombie looking thing.
Biohazard.
Yeah, it's like a mutant experiment gone wrong. I shot off his head once with a sniper rifle. He kept going. That was a glitch in the game. Yeah, some of the stages, if you had the right characters, you'd be completely invisible.
Jane, paper mode.
Don't even get me started. If you play this, never play with Monkey and Jane on the same team, especially in paper mode. They'll kill you every single time.
You can't kill them, but they can kill you with these.
Yeah, like, even if you're shooting at them straight on, you won't be able to kill them. It's stupid.
Alright, number 5, I have Conduit. It was a Wii exclusive. I forgot the name of the people who made the game, but I remember the people who made it. They came to Sony and Microsoft, was like, yo, would you be interested in, what's the word I'm looking for? Not license the game, but, bring the game out there. You guys will know what I'm talking about. I just don't remember the word, but they went to Microsoft and Sony about that. Microsoft and Sony was like, nah, we don't really want it. And I can understand because the other series that they did were kind of iffy. So Nintendo said, we'll take it. And it went on to sell pretty good, Conduit 1 and 2. And it was a really good pickup for them.
All right, my number 5 is Call of Duty Black Ops 1. The original OG Black Ops, man. Best game in the opinion of Call of Duty so far is Black Ops 1, only because of the shooting mechanics, the multi-team mechanics, and the downright just plain old knifing. That lunging knife just feels so right. Don't you think so? You're just panning like, ooh, knife real quick, kill them, they drop. Easy, nice.
Here's
kills.
another, a statement to help why Ghost is so low on your list. The lunging knife on Ghost isn't really the same as it was on Black Ops 1 and MW3. It's a little bit shaky now.
Yeah, and it's like if you stab somebody on Ghosts, you'll die from somebody who knifes you because it's not quick. It's just you push the body off your knife. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's not the mechanics of what we were used to.
Alright, we move on to number 4. I have Red Steel. I believe this game was a multi-platform game, but I only played the Wii version, and I like my fair share of Western style games, like literally like being like in the old country Western, getting in there.
Gunfights?
Yeah, the gunfights with the old cowboys and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't really played any recently, but when I did have that game, I used to play that game all the time, put in about almost 100 hours to that game, and it was a really fun game to play for me.
Alright, my number 4 is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now, I know you guys are thinking, well, that's not really a shooter. It is. It's more of a shooter than some of these other games, really. Because you can drive a car. And shoot people, drive-bys. That's what really made Grand Theft Auto a drive-by type thing. Because you have CJ, a black guy, and who's coming back to his neighborhood because his mom died. And then it's just, man... You should play the game. It's a really good game. I already beat it like 4 times, and I'm still beating it again. It's fun. It's a fun game to play.
Alright, number 3. Let's move on to number 3. I have 007. Now, to be specific, it's the one that came out about a year or two ago.
Legends.
Legends.
Yeah.
Okay, 007 Legends for Wii U, PlayStation 3, PC, and 360. I played a lot of that game at the little demo stations they had in like Best Buy and GameStop, and I've always liked the 007 games for the maps. I thought the maps are like well thought out. They aren't just thrown together like some of the new maps in like Call of Duty and stuff. I feel those are kind of thrown together.
Yeah.
But they were actually creative and had different exploits on the map. You know, bust down a door, enter through another way, stab somebody from the back or whatnot. It was always well thought out, creative.
All right, my number 3 is the 64 Duke Nukem, which is higher than yours because I actually owned the game.
I got it at 6.
I owned the game and played it a lot of times, man. I can't tell you, dude, how many times I've actually played the game, how many hours I've put into it. If I could have stayed up 24 hours a day,
you would have been playing
I probably would still be playing it right now. I would have to go get another 64. It'd probably overheat really quick, really quick, because of how much I put into it.
All right, and we move on to number 2. I have Metroid Prime for the GameCube. First Metroid game for the GameCube, and for me that game was just ahead of its time, plain and simple. Really good graphics, they're really sharp. Gameplay elements were really sharp. Story was phenomenal, and everything felt right. You know, with the GameCube controller, everything was responsive correctly, and everything was just really good in that game.
All right, my number 2 is 007 Nightfire for the original Xbox One, not this new generation Xbox One, Cable Box One bull.
Failbox.
Yeah, the fail box, because their sales are pretty much down. So, yeah. But this game, if you haven't picked it up or played it, you should go at least play it at least once in your lifetime. It's the fun game to play. All the different ways to kill people with the original 007 himself. It's just a phenomenal game. You got to go try it.
And number 1, it's number 1 time.
Number 1.
I have Call of Duty Black Ops on the Wii. And the reason why I have that game number 1 is because that's my favorite shooting game of all time. I have a top 10, but for me, none of those games come close to Black Ops. I mean, Black Ops, I remember when I bought Black Ops, this guy pretty much forced me to buy it.
All day.
And because I used to play it at Head Sauce on PS3. And, you know, I was like, I had no complaints about it when I played it at Head Sauce other than I didn't like the PlayStation controller. But that's just me. I feel the triggers are off in that game. But, you know, when I used to play it, I wasn't really that good in it. So I was like, you know, I'm going to stop messing up his KD. I'm going to go out and mess up my own KD, you know, buy the game and let's see how I do on that. And when I got the game, I played the campaign first. I thought the campaign was really cool with, you know, with Mason and all the numbers and stuff like that. And I thought zombies was pretty cool, you know, especially with like when you get the power-ups and the voices and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. And then when I got to the online multiplayer, you know, and I was playing it, I was really bad at it. Really, really. I mean, like, I'm talking about 5 and like 20 bad. Like, you know, you're in a domination match, and I have like 2 captures, but like 3 kills, and the game's over. Like, that's how bad I was. And like, he would take over, and pretty much go positive or better than what I did. And you know, and when I got better, I found the guns that I wanted to use, the MP5 and the FAL, as well as the AK-74U. You know, the strap down them assault rifles with ACOG, extended mags. You know, and it was like the first one that I played on Wii, other than Reflex, and it was just really, really good.
All right, my number 1 is GTA V, GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto. Woo! Another Grand Theft Auto, guys. You guys are thinking, well, this is not really a shooter. It is. I'm telling you, it is. Like, Grand Theft Auto is probably one of the best shooters because it's third person, it's first person, it's just all around goodness. drive-bys all day, destroying stuff. GTA 5 is probably the best one because you can customize your guns now. Just like a Call of Duty, you can do it. You can put the camos and do whatever you want. But GTA 5 is really nice. I like the mechanics of it. It's very simple, easy to grasp, especially online. Murking people all day with a sniper rifle from a good distance, just getting them with those headshots they drop. It's funny. Hear their reactions. But yeah, so that's my number one, guys. So be on the lookout for the next video, which we already told you in the last video, but it got deleted because I deleted it today. So
Top 5
yeah,
racing simulators.
Yeah, the top 5 racing simulators. So go check that out. It'll probably be up, let's say 2 days from today. So whenever this video it's online, 2 days from today that you're watching it, it'll be up. All right, enjoy the pictures of any games that are on these lists. If you don't know what they are, the pictures are there. That way you don't have to search them up yourself to see what they are. All right, guys. Peace.